Suzi White. I'm 21 years old from the UK. I've just graduated from Durham University and I've been out here for a month with a Fintech startup based out of Outpost. And I've been doing a full range of roles from marketing, research to UI UX work, as well as helping the founders with design aspects for version 1. The diversity, but also the program is so much more than the internship itself. The talks, the amazing people you meet, just wandering around Ubud and working in the co-working spaces. Everyone's willing to chat to you, give you some advice, and show you a different way of doing things than you hear at home. People from all over the world who do completely different things and are all really passionate about what they do. I mean, you'll find a lot of people here who do very spiritual startups, working with meditation and very Ubud things. But also you find people doing, again, like tech work. You find people who have been travelling for years. You find people who've been travelling for just a couple of weeks, and this is their beginning of their journey too. So it's a full range of people from huge amounts of backgrounds. And everyone just loves what they're doing, which is something I feel like I haven't really experienced through the work I've done back in the UK in the past. What do you I mean, our bosses are amazing. They really do let us do whatever we want. They give us a full list of things we can do, and then we get to pick each day what we want to specialise in. And it's the freedom, I suppose, that they give you, and the freedom with the work. Because we've also been going to a lot of talks, they've been very flexible in how we work. I mean, Simba and I are on the same internship, and we tend to get in a bit earlier than them, work for a few hours, and then go to a talk at lunch, and have a long lunch, and then come back. So I suppose it's probably the flexibility of the work on top of the diversity of it. Chaotic. It's a bit of a culture shock, not so much as in, I mean, it's a wonderful place to be, you never feel intimidated, but just, you know, settling in, unpacking, getting over jet lag, getting yourself a little moped, and just getting to grips with how life works out here. But I mean, after, it's a bit of a baptism of fire. After a few days, suddenly you're just used to it and you're into your routine, and that's amazing that you can do that within a month. I mean, I enjoy day-to-day life in a way that I never really thought I could. Just going to work in the morning, having amazing food 3 times a day. But also, we're in Bali, and I've absolutely loved every weekend when we've been going to. We've been to Gili, we've done big day trips around the island, we've also just gone down to Canggu, gone to the beach, been down to Uluwatu. So it's that perfect combination of we're here to work and we're here to learn, but equally we're in the most amazing place in the world and we have all these opportunities on our doorstep. And through the internship, we're meeting lots of Balinese people who have been able to give us some sort of like local tips of places to go, rather than just going straight to the big touristy spots, which is great as well. I've learned how complicated it is to start a business, especially within the tech world, and how much thought and how much detail has to go into making a website and a platform. Also, I've learned the basis of how you get funding for a startup and the technicalities of how that works, which I have never really contemplated in the past. I suppose I've learned how a startup works from the beginning to end, and the processes in between, and the different layers, in a way that when you work for a big corporation, you have these big names in each department, but you don't actually get to see them all and see how they function as a group. Whereas when you're working in a startup, even one that has, say, 25 employees, you get to speak to everyone, you get to hear exactly what everyone's doing on a daily basis. I'm not entirely sure what my expectations were coming out to Bali, but whatever they were, I've been amazed by just how much I've been able to do. That's surprised me, I suppose. But also I've surprised myself, I think, with how easily I found settling in and getting into a new place of life and somewhere that I'd never been before, where I didn't know anyone. And I suppose that's partly because of the community that's built, firstly with Start Me Up, but also the co-working community based out here. Everyone's here to help you. No one ever wants to make you feel uncomfortable, and everyone gives great recommendations of things to do and places to go, and it's a very comfortable environment. I don't think I've ever experienced that before in my previous work. just being so well supported and feeling so comfortable so quickly. I mean, work-wise, I'm amazed at how much I've learned, and again, how diverse that learning has been on so many different areas. To be a little cheesy, I'm also really proud of the relationships I've built here. I mean, with the Start Me Up interns, it's been amazing. They're all such great gals, and we've had a really good time together. But also, again, I've met some really inspiring people who I felt like I've connected with in a way that I never felt like I could have known within a corporate environment with your bosses. Its accommodation is really, really great. It's got a little swimming pool. I've only been able to use it once, but I've been very, very busy. I don't get so much time there, the way that my day falls. But it's really nice, very comfortable, amazing beds. Everyone gets their own suite. And yeah, it's a very sociable environment because we obviously all live together. It works really, really well. Ubud, I didn't realise Ubud had just as big of a foodie scene as it does. I mean, we are so lucky that the food here is priced so reasonably that you can justify having 3 meals out a day if you want. And I think I have had 3 meals out every day in one form or another. But it's great because it's not just like you're eating Indonesian food. There's an amazing like fusion food culture out there, and obviously a lot of vegan food, a lot of vegetarian food. I mean, I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but they managed to make it very delicious. So very, very worthwhile eating. And yeah, if you're not into, Asian cuisine, that shouldn't stop you because you can get any type of food you want. And I mean, there's like 700 restaurants in Ubud alone, let alone outside. So much choice. And I'm annoyed that we can't stay longer to try more of them. A typical day is hard to define in the world of startups, but I suppose the last week has been fairly standard for me. I get up early because I'm a morning worker. I'll be at work for about 8, work for a few hours, have our stand-up meeting, get a load of work done in the morning because that's when I'm most productive. And again, the great thing about startups is it allows me to get in early and do most of my work in the morning. Then there'll be a talk on here at Hood, so I'll head over here, have a skill share or a talk from someone, grab some lunch, head back to Outpost for a little bit, get a little bit more work done, or sometimes I work at a cafe if I decide that I just need a new space, a new environment to work at. And we've been really lucky with the other interns. We're quite a little group, so in the evening we'll message each other and then go grab some delicious food somewhere. I suppose this experience has changed my trajectory. I graduated a couple of months ago with a job offer at a corporate firm starting next September. And while the offer still is there, I've decided to spend the next year really exploring the startup community and working in smaller businesses where I have greater impact on a day-to-day basis. And while I've been out here, I've actually applied and successfully got a job for when I return, starting in a week, at a startup based in London, a small education-based startup, and that'll be till Christmas. And then I already had travel planned from January. Couldn't recommend it anymore. It's been exactly what I needed, and I feel like a lot of recent graduates, or even just final year students who are just suddenly panicking about what their future holds, it's a really great insight into something that's a bit different, but a hugely diverse and growing industry of the small startup community.